Oh, hey guys, I'm back. I'm back from a long break, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite decks, which is going to be Marnie's Grimmsnarl. If you didn't see that image, so we're going to go over my card choices and show you a unique take that you could explore when playing this deck. So stay tuned, guys. So before we begin, I just wanted to say I'm back. It's been quite a while. It's just been busy with life stuff, and well, I started a new job, so things have just been really busy, especially with kind of juggling that and my business, which I will be doing again a video. I did promise that. It's still in the process of being made about kind of my time this year as a vendor, and I want to give my thoughts on it and my feelings behind it. But before we do that, I wanted to at least give you guys a deck profile. So yes, I still play Zoroark, but as many of you guys have already been like asking about kind of other decks, I showed a Typhlosion deck previously, and now I'm going to showcase to you guys my take on Marnie's Grimmsnarl. So after looking at a lot of tournament results and just projecting forward, I decided to come down with this version of Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and I'll show you guys the list. So it's a little bit different from what you probably are very familiar with, and I'll explain why. So without further ado, let's get on to the deck list. So we're gonna start off with the Pokemon. So for the Marnie's Grimmsnarl line, we're playing 3 Impidimp, 2 Morgrim, and then 2 Grimmsnarl. So this is probably the standard amount, as you're able to kind of search out your pieces with the Spike Myth Gym, as well as your Ultra Balls and TM Evolution. And of course, I have another tech piece, that consistency tool that makes this deck kind of just continue gathering and maintaining resource. So you only need about 2 copies of Grimmsnarl, because you have so many ways of getting a third one out by just recycling the knocked out copy. I may increase the ratios if needed after testing, but right now I feel like the 3-2-2 line is fine. And with Grimmsnarl's ability, I think you don't need to worry about energy acceleration to the other attacker, because Grimmsnarl just does that by itself with its ability Punk Up, which allows you to search your deck upon evolving into this. Search your deck for up to 5 darkness energy and attach it to any of your Marnie's Pokemon however you like. So usually once you evolve 1, you're gonna search for 4 energy to set up not only the one that you just evolved, but the next copy. So that way all you have to do next is just conserve the rest of your energy for other things. So we're still playing. I feel like this ratio is perfect. Next, now you're gonna see the tech. I play 2 Pidgey, 1 Pidgeotto, and 2 Pidgeot. And my reasoning behind this is, in my testing, I know the Frostus build is good, but since we have decks like new decks in Phantasmal Flame that kind of go around damage, and it's damage counters with the Frostlass, such as Sharpedo. I know that the Absol deck pretty much tries to pivot that energy back on you. I decided to pivot from that strategy and go for a more toolboxy way. And the benefit of the Pidgeot line is it allows you to search for vital pieces that you need throughout the game, and it gives you a level of consistency that, because the Marnie deck is already consistent on its own in terms of launching out the attacker that is Marnie. But I realized in my testing that when you add the Pidgeot line, it actually gives you the ability to search for any tools or any resources that you need to capitalize on your opponent's board states. Like, for example, you can search boss's orders if you're ahead and you're just trying to push in your advantage with your Grimmsnarls to take easy knockouts. And basically maintain damage prize advantage over your opponent. And the benefit of Pidgeot is that it gives you that ability to search for the pieces that you need in order to do that. If you need to hand disrupt, you get to search for your Iono. If you need to, or even the 0-6 machinations, if you need to really bring them down to a slower pace. And Pidgeot just provides you that level of accessibility and toolboxiness. And then instead of trying to use Frostlass and other things like Toad School to deny my opponent, I'd rather just look for pieces that will get me into a better game state and hopefully capitalize on the deck's ability to aggro very quickly. So that's why we play the Pidgeot line. And then continue on with that same theme, I play one Pecharunt so that we can jump into the active with the Grimmsnarl. And if you attach a Binding Mochi, that Grimmsnarl will be hitting 220 easy. And this is also secondary attacker if we're behind because of its ability irritating outbursts. So you mainly use Subjugating Chain to either swap the Grimmsnarls in and out of the active when you get trapped in, or just to pump up for more damage and just toss damage counters around with poison. And then we also play one Pheasantipity EX. I know some builds don't play it, but I like Pheasantipity EX because if you do get knocked out, it's just a comeback mechanic that allows you just to power through your deck very often. So I feel like that's a necessary. And then the last EX card that we play is the Mega Absol EX. So since we play a lot of energy acceleration in the form of Jasmine's, we play the Jasmine Secret Art, that we can just pretty much put in energy onto him and either do the Claw of Darkness or do the terminal period, since Grimmsnarl is going to be putting in 3 damage counters every attack. So if you soften up a hefty HP target and they don't move the damage, if they don't have the Monkey Door to move the damage counter or the Penny to bounce it, you can bring it up to the active with Pidgeot, like with Pecharunt, and you can use Pidgeot to search your boss's orders. Bring that heavy Pokemon, that heavy HP Pokemon with 6 damage counters, and then just terminal period, knock it out. So this helps you when you need to get take advantage of cheeky one-hit KOs. Next we play one Yveltal. Its clutch is just broken. And then one Monkey Dory. I would play 2, but I'm really just tight in space because I'm playing another engine that helps with consistency. So and I want to kind of keep my bench space open for other utility Pokemon such as Yveltal, Pecharunt, and even Mega Absol. So we're playing 1. So now for the supporters. Thanks to Mega Evolution, we have the access to a new draw supporter, and I feel like you should be playing this since it's the best draw supporter right now. So we play 4 Lily's Determination. If you don't know what Lily's Determination does, it's basically you can shuffle your deck and draw 6. If you have 6 prizes, you could draw 8 instead. Pretty standard. And then we play 3 Iono, just your standard hand disruption supporter that allows you to also hand refresh. So a really good just draw supporter. Then we play 2 copies of Boss's Orders. I was thinking about playing 3, but since we play Palpad, we can just shuffle these back when we need to and just search it back with the Pidgeot. Next, we play 1 copy of Janine's Secret Art. This is just here for energy acceleration for our non-Marnie's Pokemon to help us load them up, since we don't have to worry about energy accelerating for Marnie's Pokemon. Next, we play 1 Turo Scenario just to save our lane, save one of our boards if they're about to get knocked out. And then next, we play 1 copy of 0-6 Machination. We play this just for another form of hand disrupt, and it's actually, I've been liking it in testing in the current meta. So that's it for the supporters. Now we're gonna go for the items. So for our consistency items, we play 4 copies of Buddy Buddy Poffin, 3 copies of Ultra Ball, and 1 copy of Nest Ball. So I know in most Marnie's lists they don't leverage that since they mainly just play the Marnie engine. But since I'm playing the Pidgeot engine, I wanted to consistently get out my board easily. And since we're playing not only the Impidimp but the Pidgeys, that I needed the Buddy Buddy Poffin to make sure I set up the board. And I have the Ultra Ball here to search for remaining pieces. Mainly I want to search either the Megas or the Pidgeot. And then lastly, just 1 Nest Ball just to top us up on the consistency. Sorry. Next, we play 2 rare candy. This is just here because we play stage 2s. This helps us evolve our Pidgeys into Pidgeots and our Impidimps into Grimmsnarls. Same with the 2 counter captures, pretty standard. But for this deck, I like to play 2 Super Rods just so we can shuffle back our energy in order to replay them off of Punk Up when we decide to recycle up one of our Grimmsnarls, or even bring back our Grimmsnarls back into the deck so we can search it out and replay them. Lastly, we play 1 Pallet Pad to shuffle back our supporters. Next, we have for our tools 2 Binding Mochi, 1 TM Evolution, 1 Air Balloon, and then our ace spec of choice, 1 Hero's Cape, just to make our Grimmsnarl just even more fatter to survive hits, or even just putting this on Mega Absol just to make it even chunkier. So this will help us just regain a board advantage, as well as, and if you kind of notice, I'm playing 5 tools, which means I'm also playing the Town Store as a utility. So I'm actually only playing 1 Town Store because we're really tight on space, and I wanted to fit the 2 Spike Myth gyms as our other stadium. So we're only playing 3 stadiums, but in testing, I do want to play 1 more Town Store. So I'm still trying to figure out what I would cut in order to fit in a 2nd Town Store. But so far in the testing, it's been fine. But I would like to see how this deck would function in a tournament setting. So far, I've just been testing with friends and then online. So I would like to see how this ratio does, because if it turns out I need more of my tools, then I'll try to increase the number of Town Stores up by 1 more. But so far, this list is just overall very consistent. And then lastly, for the energy, 8 Dark. We play 8 Dark Energy. So I hope you guys like this video. This is just a interesting way to play Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and yeah, I know it feels kind of repetitive using the Pidgeot engine, but I feel like in this current meta, the Pidgeot engine is just really strong, especially being able to just search out your important resources to basically capitalize on your opponent, especially when we have 1-hit KO decks like the Mega Kangaskhan deck and the Goldango and even Sterile Edge. You want to be able to capitalize on choke points that they have, and the best part is Pidgeot helps you easily capitalize on those choke points. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. If you want to see a video of me playing this deck, please comment below, and I will see if I can get some gameplay videos with me piloting this deck. The next Pokemon deck that I will probably showcase is an update on Charizard EX, as well as my take on Mega Kangaskhan. So if you guys like to see those, please comment below. And if you guys have any other deck ideas you guys would like me to test out, again, comment below. My next video will be another Vice Schwartz video. This is going to be a revisit on Konosuba now that we've had re-edit. I will also be doing a One Piece deck profile, some updates that I've been kind of messing around with since the meta has been changing since I've been away. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, false crack that like button, hit the notification button, and don't forget to stay on point, guys. Peace out.